Welcome to the Falkirk football programme, pre-match with me, Sammy McGivern. It's here at last. After what seems like an eternity, the Bairns fans are back where they belong, supporting their team in person. So firstly, welcome back, and hopefully you're all as excited at the prospect as I am. Last weekend saw us pick up a point at Cove in a match that Bairns dominated, and there could have been no complaints if we had taken all 3 points rather than the one we picked up. Let's look back at last week's match filmed by Cove Rangers TV, but with commentary from our own Lewis Connolly.
Falkirk team basically have not trained for almost a full 2 working weeks now, and needless to say there's a few obvious absentees from what would have been the starting lineup today. It down, pickpocketed though by Telfer. Telfer breaks past 2, tries the out ball, does well to find Morrison. It was really his only option. Morrison against Milne, goes round the outside, decent cross in, poor goalkeeping. Nesbitt, well, first chance for the Bairns really. Telfer drives forward down the right channel, finds Morrison, plays a 1-2 with Seb Ross, goes again, gets to the byline, low cross into McGuffey. Well, should have been the opening goal. Back to Vigers. Cove tried to build through the lines, but Robbie Leach gives away possession. Callum Morrison with the chance to break, drives into the 18-yard blocks, slotted back, and Seb Ross, well, only denied by Callum Morrison against Milne. A good play by Morrison, across goal once again, chance to shoot. Nesbitt finds the back of the net. 6th time of asking, that is the breakthrough for the Bairns. Well, celebrations behind the goals. The fans have waited a long time for an away game. Aidan Nesbitt provides a breakthrough. You wondered if the chance was gone. Good composure though. Took one touch, took another, picked his spot and just lashed it beyond Kyle Gurley. Falls to the goal scorer, Nesbitt. Gives it back. And Gurley gets it wrong again. It's in the net. Ruled out for a foul on the goalkeeper in these closing stages. Megginson, 20 yards out, tees up Scully. Flighted in, and there is the equaliser. McAllister on the end of it. The deflected pass just fell fortuitously to Rory McAllister. Falkirk content just to take the sting out the game. Hall, Nesbitt, Telfer. Well, Telfer looks to the heavens, but that is the final touch of the game. Well, Falkirk have come on the road. They've faced a lot of adversity in the last week, given the preparations and the hype surrounding this game. But having taken the lead and created no fewer than 6 goal-scoring chances, safe to say they've deserved at least something from this match. The full-time score here in front of a fairly happy Bairns support at the Balmoral Stadium is Cove Rangers 1, Falkirk 1.
Let's look at the current league position. Very early days, of course, but we will be looking at the league as we hopefully rise to the top and then stay there. The current scorers is up next, and Aidan Nesbitt's goal at Cove moves him alongside Callum Morrison at the top of the scoring chart. You will have no doubt viewed manager Paul Sheeran's interview after the Cove Rangers game, but we caught up with Paul earlier about the game, the home league match against Peterhead and the Tuesday SPFL Trust Challenge Cup tie against East Kilbride.
Well, Paul, you've had a number of days to think about last week's result against Cove. Still happy with the performance?
Yeah, delighted. I think I stressed that after the game, that how pleased I was. More disappointed for the boys, in all honesty, in terms of not getting what they deserved, and I thought that was 3 points. Watching it back, my opinion on that hasn't changed. So plenty of positives, which is pleasing when probably you're looking at the situation we had building into that game. I certainly can't grumble.
I mean, it was an absolutely dominant performance, particularly by your midfield, and Cove Rangers created virtually nothing.
No, I mean they had a wee bit first half, wee half chance, but being pernickety, we probably didn't work their goalkeeper as much as we would have liked either, so that's something we've looked at this week in terms of getting strikers and better movement in the box. Already we're obviously emphasising the importance of that, so hopefully come Saturday we'll pick up better positions and try and be in better areas when crosses come in the box. I think there was numerous crosses we get in the box from both sides, more prominently Callum's side, so we'll have to be ready for that when he's putting such good quality in the box to make sure we try and get on the end of these things.
But overall, I mean, you players who you expected to play that weren't playing, and the players that came in didn't let you down. And as you say, I mean, 10 days without training is not easy for players.
No, it's not, and it wasn't an ideal situation, which again we've covered. But we've looked at the squad and we've reviewed the bulk of the players, and I think when we sit back and we pick an 11 for whatever game it'll be, we try and put the best 11 out on the pitch. With the greatest respect to some of the younger ones, probably would it have been the team we started with? Maybe not, but we know now that we can comfortably put these players in at any given time, and they'll do what they can for us as a staff and for themselves as players. So we're confident that the bulk of the squad, if not them all, at any given time will go and start a game for us and stand up to the test that they've got in front of them.
It's very early on in the season, of course. We've only played a couple of games, but you're still very obvious. You like it to play out from the back, get the ball wide, get the ball in the box. Is that a fair summary?
Pretty much, aye. Once it's in the box, so we could be putting it in the net. But again, we're still early. We're still building relationships in certain areas of the pitch. So that initial impact when you come in is setting out a stall on how you would like to play and trying to put a style in as much as you can. So all the emphasis is on that. Once that dies down, then you have to start fine-tuning it, and fine-tuning that is exactly building relationships and things with players in certain areas. So there's plenty still to improve on. We'll continue to try and do that, and as the season develops, hopefully the relationships will become more and more evident.
Now, it's an important start this week. We've got 2 home games. Looking forward to it. I mean, there'll be fans in here. They're all desperate to see the team, desperate to see you. You looking forward to it?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a tough year and a half, whatever it's been. And I'm sure it's been tough for the fans having to watch Sky Sports and see the ticker tape, the goals coming in as they do. So it's vital to have them back through the turnstiles. It was brilliant to have them involved last week. The fact we score into the goal they're behind and get them right involved with the celebrations is brilliant to see. So really looking forward to our first league home game with the fans in the building again, and hopefully we can give them a performance to keep them lifted.
Now, obviously home form is going to be important in this league because there's no easy games. Although we'd like to think we just coast the league, it's not going to happen. So how important is it to get off to a good start in the league at home? It's
vital, really. I mean, already teams have set their stalls out with big wins. Montrose obviously last week, good 3-0 win. Dumbarton, good 3-0 win. So you don't want to start your home form with a defeat. Ideally 3 points at home sets you up. More often than not, if you pick up the odd point here and there and 3 points on the road, it should stand you in good stead. So we recognise the importance of being the home team. Obviously you can set up differently and be a wee bit more positive in your approach, but and the fans will be a big part of that as well. Obviously if we can play with the same energy and appetite we did last week, hopefully they get on board quickly if we make sure we start with a proper tempo and do all we can to get the 3 points, which is vital at any stage obviously.
No games in this league are going to be easy, but Peterhead 2-0 victory against Alloa, I mean that must have been surprising to say the least.
No really, because I mean Jim McInally's long enough in the tooth now to set up a team and make sure they're right. Had a good result against Cove, and you're talking about home form to go to Peterhead and get results isn't always easy, so they'll be heavily reliant on their home form and obviously to pick up the odd point on the road as well. So it wasn't a huge surprise. Obviously the thought process is Alloa come down, and Peterhead have been in that division for a couple of years now, so Alloa would have went into the game favourites, but it's never an easy place to go. Peterhead and Jim make sure he sets his teams up properly. He's got so much experience, and it'll be a real test for us come Saturday as well against this team.
And no sooner have you played Peterhead at home, you've got East Kilbride, a team we've never played before, at the Falkirk Stadium in the Trust Trophy. I mean, how important is that one going to be?
It's obviously with the league, we know the importance of the league, and that is our priority really as a club, come week to week. So it may just allow me the opportunity, if certain players aren't involved on Saturday, to get other ones game time. We know it'll be tough. Again, loads of experience in their team. They've built a proper squad for that level with the greatest of respect. So we know it'll be tough, but I'll use it more probably to give minutes to ones that maybe miss out on Saturday more than anything. So in terms of huge importance, not overly when you compare it to the league, but any game that we go into, we want to win and we want to compete well. So we'll make sure we're well ready for that one as well.
Well, thanks, Paul, and first and foremost, enjoy yourself on the weekend and on Tuesday night, because home games are great experiences here at the Falkirk Stadium.
I hope so.
Let's look at our record against Peterhead. We've played them 10 times in total, 6 in the league with 4 wins, a draw and 1 loss. Twice in the League Cup with the Bairns winning both, once in the Scottish Cup with the Bairns triumphing again. Peterhead have only beaten the Bairns twice, once in the league and once in the Challenge Cup, and all you Bairns fans will remember that one. Falkirk's biggest win was a 6-1 at Peterhead's old ground, with Andy Thompson scoring 3, and I think that was his first goals for Falkirk, 2 for Darryl Duffy and 1 for John O'Neill. Peterhead's biggest win was a 5-3 Challenge Cup game in 2015, with Rory McAllister scoring all 5, and he continued to be a problem scoring the equaliser for Cove last weekend. Let's hope for another win in the total column after today's game, although as with all games in this league it won't be easy, as they recorded a 2-0 win over Alloa Athletic last weekend. Although the playing squads may have changed, particularly with the Bairns, let's remind ourselves of Peterhead's last visit to the Falkirk Stadium. Commentary once again, Lewis Connolly and Stuart McCafferty.
Well, the players are making their way out the tunnel. Kick off just a few minutes away here at the Falkirk Stadium. Pleased to say the rain has held up from this morning, but do not be deceived. It's another bitterly cold day as Peterhead and their pink away strip make the way from the second tunnel to our right. Dowds pressurises Mackenzie. Mackenzie down the line. Conroy out jumped by Kelly though. Picked up by Dowds in the box to Morrison. Falkirk tried to work it forward in the first shot of the game after just a couple of minutes. Scott Brown now. Just picks out Kieran Freeman, but he's forced back and Falkirk steal possession. Alston down the channel for Anton Dowds. Oh, clever little break in field. Connor Salmon now comes in, shot, and good save by Joshua Ray. Ben Hall opts to go route 1 this time. Dowds gets beyond Mackenzie, chance to shoot. Great save by Ray. Dowds goes again. Oh, and good defending by Jason Brown. Let others head into the box as Peterhead do the old multiple players in a line routine. Swung in. Oh, and well, I have to say,
it's a free header there.
Yeah, Gary Mackenzie. Scott Mercer goes back to Ben Hall, who's under pressure from Boyd, so goes long. McCarthy bundled over by Dowds, with Dowds to lay off to Telfer. Telfer bursts forward, chance for Alston, and is the opening goal. 23 minutes on the clock. Blair Alston, cool as you like. Right foot finish into the bottom corner, and great assist from Charlie Telfer.
Yeah, we just spoke about 2 minutes ago, if we can get Blair Alston breaking forward, he can cause problems, and there it is, he stuck the ball in the net.
Well, the man in the middle must have heard you, Aidan. Certainly responded.
Yeah, I'll take credit for that one.
Telfer switches play. Here's the big shout from Mercer. Mercer against Freeman. Mercer goes a long way round, gets to the byline, good cross in. Interestingly, Falkirk asking for a penalty as Joshua Ray seemed to take out Callum Morrison in the middle.
Yeah, he definitely looked to have a hold of him.
Try and get a little look as Falkirk try their luck from distance. Stands, arm raised, whips the cross in. Good header away from Mackenzie, but only as far as Gomez. Back to Alston. Gomez again. Chipped into the box, good ball to the back post, header from Morrison. Chance for Alston. Well, I think it was just on his weaker foot there. Opened his body up a bit too much, and Falkirk still have it though. And the shot from distance from Charlie Telfer. Telfer spins away from Fraser. A great pass over the top, finds Morrison. And a terrific ball, that one. Oh, Freeman, 2 arms in the back of Callum Morrison. Silly gets away with that one. Clever ball again
That's
from
a great
Telfer.
ball.
Finds Mercer. The cutback.
Oh.
Unfortunately, just couldn't quite wrap his foot round that one. In fact, it's the first time in the game they've been able to really get up to the edge of the box, apart from that one header from Mackenzie. Bailey the target this time. Falkirk, well, don't clear the danger, and Boyd, well, shot punched by Morrison. Falkirk tried to clear their lines. Connor Salmon shields the ball well. Kelly forward to Dowds. Lay off to Telfer. Oh, great reverse pass to Salmon. Salmon bursts through and scores!
Come on!
Great touch, great composure, and great finish by Connor Salmon. Well, a great game for him midweek as well. A lot of hard work, and certainly so far in this half.
Yeah, we said if we could nick one before half time, and there we are. 15 seconds to go, and he's put through and scored. Definitely what we needed.
Well, Connor Salmon has worked tirelessly so far in the opening 45 minutes of this game, and that goal, Aidan, no more than he deserves.
Yeah, definitely. There was confidence a while ago as well.
Time is the shout, allowing Charlie Telfer to bring it down. Oh, good ball over the top as well. Finds Alston, 18 yards out. The overlaps there, good cross in, and it flashes a yard across goal. Just crying out for somebody to take a gamble at the back post.
Looks like.
Meanwhile, Kelly flights the resultant corner in. Header cleared off the line. Well, Falkirk appealing, but a good save by Joshua Ray.
Looked into me, but if not, it's a great save.
Well, stare at the linesman, but nobody protesting too much.
You see them leaving us 3v3 at the back.
Salmon breaks forward, he's got Morrison wide, opts to shoot, parried Morrison to score.
Oh.
Well, Callum Morrison looks to the heavens. To Conroy drives down the right channel for Peterhead. Oh, good footwork, leaves Kelly behind. Oh, good cross, and I have to say, I thought that one was in the back of the net. Under the current regulations, you have one triple left as Salmon bursts through 2 tackles, finds Anton Dowds, shoots from distance. Well, not far away at all. Looks like Bailey is now moving from right back to right centre half. Freeman is moving to the opposite wing to play right back. As Falkirk, will come back to that in a second, as Falkirk break up to the box. Peterhead do enough to try and clear the lines, but Falkirk managed to keep them penned in. Todd to Morrison, down the line to Mercer. Mercer back into Morrison. Finds and combines with Aidan Connolly. Blair Alston with a late run into the box. Chipped in. Header there must be. And great save from
save.
Joshua Ray. Anton Dowds looked like he was about to kill the game, and Joshua Ray just tipped that one up onto the bar. Well, for a 4th time in this game, the Peterhead keeper just foiling the Falkirk attack. They need one in the next 5 minutes. Chance to do so now. Cross in, good header away though by Sean Kelly. Cameron jinks past one, the shot, and they do have a goal back, and it's the substitute Lyle Cameron. Picked up the ball on the edge of the box, just jinked, got himself a little bit of space, and past the static PJ Morrison. I have to say, a good finish.
Well, that's the last thing we needed. 15 minutes to go, 14 minutes, that'll give them a right kick.
Well, looking at it again, first header was a good one, cleared the box. Cameron though, good touch, jinked inside, went to his left and then right. Anton Dowds providing the obstacle, but the finish from Cameron, well, no mistake at all. Peterhead now with a chance to attack from that misplaced pass. Boyd tees up Cameron for a second. Paul Dixon screaming at his midfielders. Callum Morrison down at the opposite corner flag. Back to Sean Kelly, flighted in, taken down by Leach. Tries to work a shooting angle, still going. Fancies a pop. Unlucky. Could see what he was trying to do there, Aidan. 5 substitutions, so at least 2.5 minutes to go, plus a couple of minutes for Charlie Telfer. So I would estimate round about 5 minutes to go as Callum Morrison breaks down the right wing for Falkirk. Cross into Aidan Connolly, takes a touch, chance to shoot. Inches away, takes a little deflection. Kelly happy just to thump that one downfield, in the Falkirk midfield need to get up. Well, the referee has decided enough is enough with 93 minutes on the clock. The Bairns have indeed got the points that you have to say their performance in this game did deserve.
So a 2-1 win, more of the same please Bairns. Now we look further forward to Wednesday night when we take on East Kilbride in the SPFL Trust Trophy. Let's look at the stats on that one. Yes, Falkirk have never played East Kilbride, so this will be one for the history books. The Bairns do have a great record in the Challenge Cup, which is a pity because if we weren't playing in the competition, we would be in the Premiership, which is where we all want the Bairns to be. 4 wins with some Falkirk greats on the score sheet, particularly David Hagan, whose loss is still felt around the club. Talking of legends, what we hope will be a regular feature on the pre-match programme will be speaking in person with some of the great players, apart from me, obviously, who have worn the navy blue. Here's an introduction to some of them.
Stainrod, McQueen, McAllister racing through the middle, he must score! Superb goal by Kevin McAllister, his 6th goal of the season, 32 minutes gone. It's Falkirk 1, Hearts 1. Perhaps defenders though will be looking at themselves. David McPherson caught in 2 minds. McAllister, and he rolls the ball into the back of the net. Oh, what a record he's got. That's 6 goals in 10 games.
Then with 4 minutes to go, a real speciality goal from Falkirk's Kevin McAllister. He picked the ball up from deep inside his own half and headed for goal, beating players all over the place before shooting high past the keeper. 3-0 Falkirk, and their good cup record firmly intact.
Didn't get any better for the Saints. Here comes the third for Falkirk. Superb finish from Kevin McAllister. And no wonder the goalkeeper's kicking the post. McAllister's happy though.
Great running by Kevin Harper. He's got some pace, racing past Napier. And when the cross isn't cleared, Kevin McAllister thundered the ball home. A great strike. Hibs 2 ahead.
With 64 minutes on the clock, it's back to Falkirk, and Kevin McAllister works a neat 1-2 with Marino Keith. The nippy winger says he only attempted a cross, but the ball lands nicely in the net. McAllister demonstrating he actually has control.
Albion were down and out in the 38th minute when Kevin McAllister added a 3rd goal for Falkirk. He made the space and blasted past McGowan. The celebration looked as though it belonged at an office Christmas party, but McAllister recovered, and this certainly was a goal of quality from the wee winger.
Looking for possible passes. McAllister still going strongly in the closing minutes. Great run by Kevin McAllister! What a goal that is! Just over 4 minutes left, and surely the man of the match gets the goal, which looks like earning Falkirk a replay. Just as they did 12 months ago, they've battled their way back into the match, and it's history repeating itself. Kevin McAllister has been absolutely superb for Falkirk, and that is a moment of sheer magic. Took the ball from a deep position, and that shot gave Gilles Rousset no hope whatsoever. Kevin McAllister's 5th goal of the season.
Stirling Albion lost just once in the 7 games leading up to the Stirlingshire derby, so the nature of their collapse was something of a surprise. Scott Crabb started Falkirk's goal route in the 11th minute, set up by David Moss.
St Mirren sacked their manager this week, Tony Fitzpatrick, given the bag despite sitting 5th in the First Division table. And it was Falkirk, the visitors, who went 1-up yesterday. Mistaken defence and a good finish from Scott Crabb. Watch this for a superb free kick now from Scott Crabb. Little dummy fools the wall and perfectly in behind the goalkeeper. 2-2, and he takes the congratulations from the Falkirk bench.
And then the Brockville side went 2 ahead. A poor pass back by Andy Pattison led to the keeper fouling Scott Crabb. And it was Crabb who dusted himself down and scored from the spot.
Queen. Simon Stainrod. Good play again by Hearts. Tosh McKinlay. Ball breaking away from Westwater. The chance is on here for Scott Crabb. 1-0 to Hearts. Well, Ian Westwater letting the ball escape his grasp. 7 minutes gone here at Brockville. It was a good build-up by Hearts. Gary Mackay was involved initially. Tosh McKinlay then combining with John Robertson. McKinlay racing through, and the goalkeeper Westwater seemed to have it. It broke away from his grasp, and there was Scott Crabb, very calm in a crowded penalty area, picking his spot in the back of the net. So the perfect start for the league leaders.
Number 2. This time Marino Keith, the playmaker, with a run down the left wing. He cuts back to Scott Crabb, who neatly puts it away with a right footer. Celebrations again, but what on earth are they doing? Into the second half, and Wraith Rovers with a period of pressure.
Oliver and McGowan, the two central defenders, both up in the opposition penalty area. Kevin McAllister's free kick. It's a powerful header back off the crossbar and nodded away by Alan Preston. That was Jamie McGowan, so close to making it 3 for Falkirk. I think they might be happy with a 2-goal lead, but they want more. So disappointed that didn't dip under the crossbar. Seaton's corner kick. Another header in the box, won by McGowan. St. John.
McGowan supporting in the back. Delivery is good. There's Hagan. Now McDrillan. He scored! Falkirk take the lead.
Into the second half, and Falkirk went ahead spectacularly too. Substitute Jamie McGowan with a magnificent strike.
So guys, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I look forward to the next time. Only one thing to say now. Let's get the home league season off with a win. Come on, ye Bairns.